Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Hunter. I'm chair of the Clatsop County Democrats. Thanks for coming today. We're excited to get to know you a little bit better and find out what your vision for the city is. So please tell
Well,
me your name and the position you're running for.
my name is Kerry Smith, and I'm running for the position of mayor of Gerhart. Thank you very much for having me this morning. It's a real pleasure.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure meeting you. So what has moved you to take on this role in your community?
Well, for 8 years, I was a city councilor, and as president of the city council, 2 years ago, the mayor resigned, and it fell upon me to be appointed as mayor. And really, it's the reason I'm running this election cycle is I want to be the mayor that gets our public safety building built for Gerhart and its citizens and its volunteers.
And that's the fire station?
Fire station and police station combined.
Mm. Yeah, I remember that that conversation a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, what experience or background do you have that you feel prepares you for this position? I mean, other than the time on the city council.
Well, obviously, the last 2 years as mayor of Gerhart, I have that experience behind me. But in the previous 8 years as a city councilor, I was part of the process for passing our um, transportation plan, our dune vegetation plan, um, our water IGAs with Warrenton and Seaside, and
And what's an IGA?
intergovernment agreement for the supply of water between
Hmm.
cities in case of an emergency.
Oh, okay.
And I also was involved with the fire station loss 2 years ago as a city councilor. We were thinking the people wanted a place that was going to last another 50 years because our volunteers built one in 1958 or 53. And we were looking for a long term commitment to our volunteers and to the city. And apparently, we misread what the people felt was necessary for the city.
What do you mean misread?
Pardon me?
What do you mean misread?
Uh, we thought they were on board with the process, and
Mm.
apparently, we did not communicate well enough. The fact that we left it to experts to tell us what they need for a 50-year fire station, and it was just a miscommunication between the council and the citizenry.
Mm.
And that's why we're
And
doing it totally different this time.
one of my questions, one of the two questions I have is actually about that. So in that process, uh, that obviously was a very contentious issue, and I feel like people, uh, struggled a bit to have their voice heard. So I was wondering if you have any ideas. To better handle those contentious issues in the future, increase transparency, methods to get feedback from the community, etc.
Oh, yes. We've started the process early this year by having town halls. We've hired a owner's representative who is going to be engaging and has already engaged the public in getting feedback, and they are going to be including the public in the discussions for this public safety building. And we are taking a not a hands off, but we are stepping back and allowing the public to direct this process. And I believe that will give the public ownership of this project, and hopefully this will cause a buy-in to the project that will end up in being support. And that's the whole thing is you I feel we relied too heavily on what the experts felt they needed for a 50-year building, and we didn't allow the public to be
Mm,
engaged as much as we are doing now. And it is a very transparent process right now.
great. And then in the next few years, aside from the public safety building, and obviously that's much needed. What do you see as the as a few other major issues currently facing the city?
Well, one of the long term and biggest issues the city is facing right now are when we built our water station, we were given a certain amount of water rights, and they were taken from us by the Oregon Water Resource Board. And we were required to do a study of the Neocoxie Creek to see if we were influencing its flow during the summer peak hour days where we have to buy water from Warrenton.
Mm,
Water is the new hot topic, and we are in the process right now of applying for extended water rights. But we also have an issue with we have people that spend 4 to 5, $6,000 every 2 months on water so they can have green lawns, and we're trying to educate them that a brown lawn can be beautiful too, and drought resistant plants are beautiful, and we need to just curb the appetite of our high end spenders on water and keep that water for the people. That this is going to be the hot topic for quite some time, because it's a long process to get extended water rights, and we're just starting that process now.
that's interesting. Uh, do you have I'm just curious. Do you have an estimate for how many of the folks are kind of super users of water in Gerhart?
No, I
Mm.
don't have.
Yeah, I was just
I
curious.
know it's. I know it's several hundred,
Mm.
and some of
Yeah,
them are just really astronomical what they use.
mm. Yeah, I'm from the Bay Area in California originally, and yeah, the drought was a huge issue there. I understand how hard it is to get people to let go of their lawns.
Yeah, it's just it truly is amazing what people are willing to spend on green.
Yeah, that's all I have for my prepared questions. Is there anything you would like to add?
Well, there are the comprehensive plan is our guiding Bible, if you will, for
Hmm.
how we develop and what we do in Gerhardt. And it has always been a very important document to me. And some people are in have the belief that it's outdated, but for keeping Gerhardt a rural residential community, it is outstanding. And I would just want to continue keeping it as a the forefront for our guiding document. And that's really about all I've got in my
Okay,
time, I
great.
believe.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was great meeting you today and getting to know you.
Oh, well, thank you, Mary. It was nice having the interview and talking, and
Yeah, and
hopefully I will be seeing you sometime in the future.
I'm sorry about the I just can't see the screen with these on and I broke my glasses. So
Well,
thank you
that's the
very
way it
much.
goes.
Yeah. All right. Have a good
All
weekend.
right.
Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's the button.